Canadians are coming. Chris, John, and Irish Ashley combine to make the ultimate team, better than any wet dream. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream. John's the CEO and Boomer. Ashley's the real leader. Chris brings the vibes and juices as our enjoyment increases. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream.
Hi.
Well,
How are you guys doing?
It's been a long day.
you guys hear me.
Yeah, coming in
cool.
beautifully. So smooth. So crisp.
Excellent. I have a new microphone with which to tell you all of my woeful tales.
Yay. Ashley won. Ashley crushed that poll. It's not even
Yeah,
fucking close.
I knew it.
82%.
What can I say? The people
82.
love me.
Yeah, I was gonna
Goddamn
write in the
right.
announcement. I don't know why I'm doing this because Ashley's just gonna win. I know how the chat likes. The chat likes to poke me.
I enjoyed Steve Mooney's prediction.
100%.
I'm
I already
concerned
guessed-
that Ashley's
okay.
story will be a medical one and we will see John puke on stream.
Not
Concerned?
puke. I will.
It's a pretty
I
good
will
gamble.
cry.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna cry.
excited.
I'm 100% gonna cry. Like,
We could all cry in this episode.
Well, I'll talk about my weekend first. Guys, I had a pretty nice time.
Yeah.
Why are you still in your
Chris.
hostel? No,
I
think this
I
is
had
fun.
two good shows. I've been watching football this morning. Patrick Mahomes is putting on a clinic. Friday, just relaxed. Just watched shows that I liked. How about you guys? You know, saw some friends. Went for a
Wow.
night walk.
Aren't you
watched,
smug?
Watched some proto-fascists try to protest in Canada, but all they did was honk for each other while they had big Canada flags flying
my
out
God.
of their stupid pickup trucks.
Can we talk
The hell of
about
a
this for
weekend.
2 minutes? I have
No, we gotta. We'll do that after. We're gonna let Ashley do her thing. I'm just fucking with
All
her.
right, then we'll talk about this. We're not going to get to it. We're not going to get to it because I know where Ashley's going to talk about, and that's going to take an hour for us to get through it because I have so many questions already. And what I'm bringing to the table, there is many nightmares to discuss.
Oh, guys, make sure to stay on the summary. Keep your discords open. There's going to be a lot of quotable phrases in the next little
Yeah.
while.
All right, let's start
Everyone
picking
Everyone wants to
summary
get some
and-
hot
and the
clips
titles.
going as
Christ.
well.
Let's just keep it fucking cool, huh? All right, listen. Quickly, the BBC reported, Chris, the truck convoy. Truckers take over and shut down capital of Canada. And it's like, no, they didn't. They didn't.
153 trucks. They said it was going to be 1,000 trucks. It was going to span 6,000 miles. Nope.
What else?
130. And there was just a bunch of losers. It was just the cast of Trailer Park Boys in Victoria honking at each other.
But what I don't understand is, like, I don't know. I don't know what they're accomplishing. It's also like, it's an international law. Like, Canada's only one. You have to do it on both sides, you dolts. I don't know.
Yeah,
This is weird.
just
I also don't like that Canada, as usual, is so fucking late to the go kind of fascist party. Who goes kind of fascist in 2022? Like, what the fuck?
well, apparently, here's a fun stat. No one took in more alt-right propaganda than Canadians over the last couple of years.
Not surprised at all. Like, that country is going back in September. I talked about it on here a lot. It was, that was like me going back on the road. Look, I don't think I was open with my words, but I was open with my emotions. It felt fucking weird. It felt like everyone was on fucking edge. Like, it was just like everyone, it felt like everyone had a knife or everyone was waiting for someone to take out a knife.
Yeah, it's weird out here, man. It's fucking weird. Turns out there's a lot of trash in Canada. Not surprised. Just a little disappointed.
Yeah. There's a little too much casual homophobia for not them to lurch very hard to the right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was always in our hearts.
Yeah.
Ashley, speaking of lurching,
Oh, fucking hell yeah.
Nice.
Stream ends
Nice
now.
segue. So I had a roller coaster of a weekend.
because there were a lot of ups and downs.
Ups and downs. Yeah. Well done.
Chris, that was
I woke
rude.
up yesterday
That was very
morning
rude
with
and
so much.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ashley.
I woke up yesterday morning with so much hope. So much hope. I woke up
Bigger?
yesterday morning to a tweet from Caroline Ray.
Yeah, baby.
Mm.
That was such a cool start to my day.
What did I tell
And
you?
that
What did I
tweet-
tell you about Caroline Ray being fucking awesome? Like you're just like
She's
fuck.
awesome.
Fuck
I
yeah,
love her so
Caroline Ray.
much. And
Caroline
I then
Ray's that
went and
kind of
listened
famous?
to her stand-up special because
There we
I was
go.
just like, I love it.
Yeah.
But basically,
bad,
she
right?
approved my Aunt Hilda style waistcoat that I got.
Here's my question about Caroline Ray, and I think she's the perfect kind of famous in that
Mhm.
the people that go up to her, yeah, there it is right there. This
Oh,
was so
thank you for
exciting.
bringing that up.
Look
Yeah.
at this. Look at
Blew
this.
my mind.
Caroline Ray right there. Oops.
So happy.
Just loving our Ashley. Just loving her.
hmm
Approved.
Maybe she'll
right
let me support
there.
her on tour now.
She should. She'd love you.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Listening to her stand-up special, I feel like I could actually suit her style.
Yeah, I think so. I used to love her when she used to do Just for Laugh sets, and they would be on the CBC, and I'd watch them when I was like a teenager, and I was like, "This lady's fucking funny, man. She's got some
Oh my
gags."
She's great.
God. Quite
She's so,
possibly
so
the most
good.
influential weird Canadian television program. Because Ashley, did you ever get this in Ireland? It was boxed up and sent all over the world, but it was like stand up in this converted movie theater that always looked like weird H.G. Wells maps. But it's like
No.
every good comedian forever. It's like much more different and slicker and now just all YouTube clips. But it was a time where
Yeah.
it was like appointment watching for
Mhm.
us wee pups.
Yeah, man. 3 p.m. I used to run home from school, physically run, so I could get there in time to watch it. Watch John
Oh.
Panette talk about buffets.
Oh, Jeff
come on.
Ross. I remember seeing Jeff Ross for the first time with fuzzy hair, just doing one-liners.
Mhm.
Ooh, smoked it. Oh, really good.
Lee Evans blew
Oh,
my
Lee Evans.
mind. I was cry laughing at Lee Evans.
He was
on the
my
Just for
first
Laughs
comedy
clips.
DVD.
Oh God, he made me
Was
laugh
he your
so
first
hard.
comedy DVD?
Yeah,
That's a great.
I
That's a
was
great one.
obsessed. He was, I think he was pretty much the first stand-up comic
Hmm.
like the first comic I was aware of.
I think.
Yes, John.
I think maybe me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question that may push the boundaries of our friendship?
Yes.
Hold on. Let's
Have
get this
you-
big.
Thank you. Have you ever had a sexual fantasy or dream about Lee Evans?
No. No.
I feel like that would be very frantic lovemaking.
Yeah, that I was. Oh, there'd be
It
a
would
lot
be
of like.
so sweaty.
Imagine the sounds. Imagine the sounds that come out of that guy while he's banging.
I mean, how many people were thinking sweaty?
Yes,
It would
sweaty.
be
The world's
sweaty.
sweatiest comedian.
However, apparently I sweat a lot.
There
Says
you
who?
go. You guys would both slide off the
As-
bed this time.
The same person who also said I smelled like a tree. So
Oh yeah.
Sounds
know
like
we
a
were-
keeper.
I didn't know we were bringing that
Don't
out
need
of
to
the
keep them.
agora and here into the forum. Oh
The
God, this smells like a
squelching.
tree.
oh no.
You're like a wet forest.
Oh my god. I'm not reading this out. But let's
podcast
appreciate
listeners,
it.
just grab him by those giant ears and smash his face into your crotch. Yes, meatballs. Coming in
My
hot.
word. Yeah, you fucking
That is graphic.
did you just drop kick a fucking screen door to get in here?
Ashley
Polly.
Manning.
So yeah, my weekend got off to a fun start, or so I thought. I really
Go
was like,
on.
this is a nice omen to carry into my weekend.
Mhm.
However, the next thing that happened was that I sliced my finger open on a bread knife.
Ooh, how?
And
This is why you should stop trying to be so middle class with all your different types of knives, Ashley. You know what I'm saying? This is the Irish in you doesn't
Okay.
like how
is
English
a
you're
bread
being.
knife really such a stretch?
Yeah. My grandmother had one knife from when she was born. Fashioned out of the tooth of a saber-toothed tiger, she told me. She was a liar. But in this one, I feel like she was telling the truth.
It was the knife that they used for the cesarean to take her out. She just grabbed it in her tiny little baby hand.
That's how they used to do,
Mine.
that's how they used to do it in French Canada. It was wild.
Yeah. Robust people.
Yeah, very
So,
yeah.
How did you were you cutting bread at the time or were you juggling knives?
I was cutting a bagel. And so you know how when you cut a bagel, you kind of have to hold the bagel. So
No, you
this
just do it on
finger.
the side.
Yeah.
You just do it on the side and just do it like that.
you
It's a
have to-
classic service industry thing. So you press down on the top and then you cut across, as
but
opposed
then
to the
you're
hole,
squishing it.
which is dangerous.
No,
You don't push too hard, just solid enough, just to hold it
There's
down.
a real sweet spot.
Yeah.
I'm a
Mm.
pro.
But
Listen,
Ashley,
there's very few
I'm
things
up for
that do that.
trying it, considering my way clearly doesn't work.
Were you an underneath holder with the
Oh,
classic mistake
no,
of just
I know what
No,
slicing
no, no,
through
no.
the middle
Just
of your hand?
I know
like
what it is.
it's on the chopping board. I'm holding
Oh.
it in place and I'm
Yeah.
slicing through, and I just don't stop when it gets to my finger.
I hate
Is it because you were thinking about Caroline Ray?
Yeah.
Probably.
Did she distract you?
She distracted me.
Were you trying to like
So-
invoke Caroline Ray and you needed blood for your sacrifice? You were trying to make a blood oath in the moment?
Oh yeah, you can't
Maybe.
summon your favorite celebrities. It's always a letdown.
Yeah, exactly. You maybe get it slightly wrong. You get like, yeah, you get Ray Charles, and you're like, oh, hey, like that'd be fun, but it wouldn't be as
so
fun.
excited.
Yeah, but
You'd
we'd be
definitely
excited.
try to bang Ashley.
Ashley would not be
Definitely try to
excited.
bang
Yeah, but no,
Ashley.
here's the thing. Ashley wouldn't like it because we'd be like, holy shit, Ray Charles, and she'd be like, what I guess.
Who?
Yeah. Oh my fucking god. No, goodbye.
I have no
See
idea.
you in hell. No, goodbye. No, what? Chris, no, I'm leaving. Go ahead.
I turned off my VPN and everything froze, and I was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right."
You
It
were
affects
really
your
frozen
connection.
for that
Yeah.
whole bit. So there was a lot of blood, and in trying to stop the blood, I then got cheese in my hair.
You stupid motherfucker.
How is that even possible?
Well, I was putting cheese on the bagel.
But why did it get in your hair? That's so far
it
away.
just it got in my hair somehow.
Is your
I have a
kitchen
lot of
some-
hair, okay?
Is your kitchen some sort of Rube Goldberg machine? Just like various
Wall-
It was
Wallace and
to answer
Gromit
Baldy's
breakfast.
question. It was cream. It was Laughing Cow cream cheese.
Oh, fuck yourself.
That makes more sense.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, only that it's staged because grated cheese would have fallen out or
I
something.
literally
So I was
for
trying
some
to
reason
figure
You've
out.
was
never
picturing- I was
gotten
picturing
grated
on
cheese in your hair.
You're right. I
It would
haven't.
not
Yeah,
fall
no,
out.
I've never. I know how to
gotten
eat
grated
food.
cheese.
Doesn't
Yeah, I
fall
don't know
out.
what the fuck
It has a
you're
lot of
talking
grip.
Have you ever heard of a ponytail, you nightmare? What are we do? I'm never going to a restaurant with you ever. If this is a situation.
I am
Yeah,
a delight to
hi,
go to restaurants with.
Yeah, table for two, and she can sit by herself because she gets grubby around grub.
This is a front runner for the title right now. And trying to stop the blood, I got cheese in my hair. So Ashley, you're bleeding. You've got cheese in your hair.
Yes. I have grabbed a towel to get the blood. But I'm still really quite intent on eating the bagel. So
What are you talking about? Go fuck yourself. Fuck up. Do you mean
my
I have?
finger's bleeding. I just hold a towel until I finish eating the bagel, and
I
then
respect
I
that.
go wash my hands. And
You didn't
get
wash
it
your
all
hand
plastered
first?
up.
You didn't wash your hand before you ate the bagel?
Actually,
No,
Manning.
like
Oh,
I didn't
look
really
at
need
Ashley.
to.
Look at me right now. Do you need money for bagels? I am not a wealthy man, but I can can I spot you a 50? Like, geez, like
The bagel didn't have blood on it.
by implication. Chris,
Yeah.
it's there by implication.
Yeah, I feel like it's weird that the bagel didn't have blood in it, but your hair had cheese in it. That's a very
Yeah.
strange.
I mean,
What can I
madam,
say? I prioritized.
yeah, madam, given what we know about your, various ailments, is it possible that you have some you missed some time in there, and that it got way
Very
crazier,
possible.
and the only
It's
bit was
very
the,
possible.
oh my god.
There are chunks of the weekend missing, so you know.
Not just the weekend.
I'm so happy you just said weekend because I thought when you said chunks, we're about to go into the rest of the story, and then boo.
So, yeah, I had the bagel. Anyway, that's kind of that incident. I had to keep putting fresh plasters on all day. And when it's right on the tip of your finger, it's really fucking annoying because you have to fold it around and
Mhm.
tuck it in, and it's frustrating as hell. But I then randomly got invited to a cat cafe.
Yep, that doesn't sound random at all. That's right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah. I'm sort of surprised you don't live in a cat cafe.
I
Why are
was
you the manager of a cat
I've
cafe?
never been to one. I've never been to one before.
I mean, that really shows me.
And a couple of friends their friend had dropped out, so they had a space, and I just joined them. And it was very nice. Just chill. I met a cat called Pumpkin and another one called Patch.
Yeah.
They were pretty cute.
Oh, fuck yeah. Patch?
Yeah,
Oh, brilliant.
Patch is a
tell
good
ya.
name.
I keep being like, I could just get a cat in this place, but I'm gone too much.
Yeah,
It
you
just-
are.
I want a flat faced guy. Oh,
Mhm. There was a few flat-faced ones. There was a really aggressive, fluffy ginger one, and he would attack you if you didn't give him all the dreamies.
What the fuck is a dreamy?
The little cat treats, little
Okay.
dreamies.
I thought they were just like you had to look longingly into his eyes.
Yeah, I was feeling like Ashley was going around butterfly kissing people. You know what I mean? I gotta say,
No,
were you-
dreamies are like a pretty well-known cat treat.
Oh, okay.
It's like cat crack, exactly.
Ashley, the things that you do and then the things that you don't do, it's so wild just being your friend sometimes. And the fact that you don't watch porn, but you have a multitude of explanations and references to having cheese in your hair and you ate a blood bagel for dinner.
Breakfast.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
only the start of the day, John.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, we've got a raid.
I could
Prick.
Sound like being trying to raid. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream with John and Chris and Ashley. Stick around and give us a follow. You are awesome.
Welcome, Raiders. We love you, Richard. We love all the bin boys. Ashley,
Richard.
can we
Welcome in.
see your finger?
There's not really much to see. That I doubt it'll get picked up on the camera. I can't even get it to focus on it.
Those frustrating
it's-
tiny little slices that bleeds forever.
Ashley, are you
It's-
sick and
it's like
tired of
tiny
Mr. Man's
in-
bullshit?
I'm sorry.
You know, you're flipping us the bird like Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's like it's right. Ugh, I can't even do it, but it's right there,
Oh yeah.
and it's deeper than it is long.
Oh,
I get that all the time.
Oh, I hate you both. Both of you have worked in restaurants and should know better than this around knives. Oh my god.
Quick aside that we don't need to stick on, but it looks like Canada has almost certainly qualified for the World Cup.
Oh
Oh,
my
that's
yes.
fun.
Yeah, just beat America 2-0.
I was trolling my aunt in the family WhatsApp, and she's like, "Are you watching the soccer game?" And I kept responding with thanks about the football game that's going to be happening. And she, I got to tell you, I think she really enjoyed it or hated it. We'll never know. We're wasps. It's a wonderful situation.
For
So-
any readers that came in, I am at the beginning of my horror show weekend story.
Bring it on.
So far, I've cut my finger and gotten cheese in my hair, and gotten a tweet from one of my heroes.
And a cat cafe. And you met
And a
some
cat
nice
cafe.
cats.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
in a cat cafe.
Tell us more about Patch.
Patch was
Ashley.
very cute. Patch was
Oh, I
only
bet he was.
a young kitteny, not like maybe teenager kind of thing.
Oh, was he
It was
a little
very cute.
stinker? I bet you was a little stinker.
He wouldn't come over even for the dreamies. He was really avoiding us
Was
mostly.
did that make him your favorite cat?
Of course.
Kind
Of
of.
course.
Yeah,
Of course, Chris.
yeah. Sedef's the
However,
same. She likes it hard to get.
Pumpkin was right next to us. So we had a table, and then they had they have all the cat climbing frames all over. And so Pumpkin was sleeping in the little bowl of the cat climbing frame
Oh.
the whole time we were there. And that's even worse because just didn't react to us at all.
So nonplussed. God damn, I want to impress this cat.
Yeah,
That's why I
exactly.
like-
I really
that's
wanted
why I
this
like-
cat to fall in love with us, and he just didn't react. I stroked him. He didn't do anything.
In many ways, a cat is setting the example for being like an exemplary roommate, which is like, I stick to myself, you stick to yourself. Let's act like neither one of us really live. The other one doesn't live here. And it's like,
Mhm.
if you get a good cat, oh yeah, I respect Pumpkin, Patch, all of them. Just
Yeah.
Every now and then, play a game of the laser pointer.
of
Yeah.
course,
Go back to your own.
We
little
had one
world.
of the little feather things on the end of a stick.
yeah.
It was good.
Maybe lay down.
There were
some-
two cats that came up onto the table when we had the dreamies, and they were very sweet. I didn't get their names, but they were really, really lovely.
Did you get their business cards? Their phone numbers? Are you going to ride?
I stroked him, and he didn't do anything. Yeah, that should be on a t-shirt. So that's the cat cafe. It was great. It was lovely. You get an hour there. I then went for dinner with a friend, one of the people that I was in the cat cafe with.
One of the cats? Was it Patch?
It was Patch. And that was great. Went to a vegan Malaysian food restaurant, and it was so good.
I mean,
I had banana flour for the first time.
what are you doing? Giving
Never heard
your
of it.
relationship with going number 2, experimenting with Malaysian vegan food, which I could only assume is at a severe risk of giving you the boom boom downstairs.
didn't.
Well, you're
It
lucky.
was really
Run.
tasty.
I'm
They
sure
were
it
basically
was.
they were Korean fried chicken, but it was banana flour instead of chicken, and it had a really meaty texture.
Oh yeah.
It was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
It was really good.
I gotta tell you,
Um,
here's just a quick aside and then keep going.
Mhm.
Was it called vegan or was it called plant-based? Because everything here now is just called plant-based.
Yeah,
They've rebranded vegan, and I find it very irritating.
Yeah. Well, the word
It
vegan's
was-
got a lot of stink on it now, so this is how you get them.
this particular restaurant they own two restaurants, and one side is the like
Normal food.
normal food,
Yeah.
and then one side is the vegan restaurant. So they do have vegan all over it, but I think they said plant-based throughout their menu quite a lot.
You got it. It's like calling things beef instead of cow. Just like
Yeah.
it's the same
Yeah.
shit. Just
So I think
it's like-
it's like the one kitchen, and they use all the sauces in both of them, but then there's just one. They probably have another extra bit of a kitchen where they cook meat and stuff.
yeah, separate prep.
Yeah.
So
So
you've
it
eaten well.
was really good. Yeah, I had a good meal, and then I get invited out to have a few drinks.
So popular. Same people, different people.
Different people.
God damn it,
You
Ashley. You're a
ser-
social butterfly. Look
Someone's
at
a
you.
super
I
spreader.
know.
Oh,
Look at this.
Me. Gimme.
Hey, I'm getting tested on the regular. I don't have it yet. So I got
You said
invited
that
out
to
for
all the
drinks.
guys.
I mean, not having had COVID makes me very attractive now. It's like, I'm doing something right.
Are you?
I don't know.
Okay.
There was a tweet that said this, and I'm just mimicking that tweet. So, go out for drinks. Drinks is pretty good. I had I wasn't very, very drunk, but when the night is sort of tipping along, and then you just you end up having one or two more than you feel like you should have.
Mhm.
And it's not that you're really drunk, you're just after getting really tired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of did that. I got really, really tired, and we ended up kind of going home then. And I got some chips before I left. We went to the chipper, got some chips, ate them while I walked home. I get to my building, and I decide I'm just going to bring these into the garden, this box into the garden, and put it in the bin instead of bringing it upstairs and then bringing it down to the bin tomorrow. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems logical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a thought there.
Is
Mhm.
everyone all right?
But I walk into the garden and my garden has a little pathway out to the bin area, and it's like stone slabs. And as I'm walking out to this bin area, my foot hits I stand on like the edge of the stone slab, and my foot just kind of falls off it, essentially. And I completely fuck and sprain and twist my ankle. And it is very swollen and very blue, and it hurts immensely.
Same side as the cut or alternate sides?
Alternate side. So cut is on my left hand, sprained ankle is the right one. I've Will Duggan'd myself. Exactly. Yeah. It's now I could barely walk on it this morning. It's a lot better now. It is a lot better now.
Podcast listener said, Baldy says both these injuries sound like a John Hastings routine. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
ladies
they do.
and gentlemen,
My whole weekend is a John Hastings routine.
I will see you in 2022, ladies and gentlemen, for once again a good, solid debrief of another time I nearly died. See you there.
So, what were the chips like? The chips were pretty good. They weren't the best I've had, but they were pretty. They were still chipper chips, you know. They just weren't the best chipper chips.
So it's not even like the chips were worth it. The chips were incredible, and fuck my ankle because what a delicious treat.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it wasn't
Can we
like
talk
that.
about? I don't think I've heard someone twist their ankle since I was 11,
Yeah,
and now
Yeah.
suddenly, like
myself
what are you
and
talking
Will
about?
Duggan have.
Yeah.
Did you fall down and lay outside for a while, or do you hobble
I
back
didn't
upstairs?
fall. I sort of, I knew it was bad, like it really hurt, and I sort of there's a laundry line not far from where this happened, and I sort of hobbled forward a little bit and grabbed onto that pole and sort of just hung onto it for a few minutes while that initial pain subsided.
It feels like a classic thing to fall down when you put your weight on it as well. Like that could have been
Yeah,
full Mr.
but I
Bean.
made it to the pole. And I still have the box of chips at this point, so I'm just like, I need to get rid of this fucking box of chips. So I hobble to the bin area, I put that in, and then there's a little picnic table in my garden, so I hobble over to that. It's thankfully a very dry, not too cold night. So I sat on this picnic table for a good 20 minutes, just breathing and just like trying to muster up the strength to put weight on it again and try and get up the stairs.
Damn.
It
Well,
was
there's nothing
brutal.
worse in the world than that helpless fucking feeling.
Yeah. When you've
Um,
hurt yourself.
oh, it sucks.
Mhm. It was really, really, I felt so sorry for myself. I was crying, and I got up to the flat anyway. I'm 3 stories up as well. Like, it took so long.
Jesus Christ.
And I got up into the flat, and I just was sort of whimpering as I walked around and brushed my teeth and took my makeup off and got into bed and everything. But I remember just being in the bathroom, just kind of crying a bit while I was doing all of that. So I get into bed and I fall asleep for a few hours. I have no idea what time I got home at, but I think it was like 2 a.m.
Okay.
It was maybe a little bit earlier. I wake up at 7 a.m. And this is where the fun really starts. I wake up at 7 a.m.
Just a
and I'm like, yes.
So, did you have any trouble falling asleep with your twisted ankle, or are you able to just like conk out?
I pretty much just conked out. I made sure it was sitting good. I don't really move too much in my sleep, so I knew that whatever way I put it, I would be okay and stuff.
Well, and you were drunk. Very
I was a
helpful.
little bit drunk. I
Very
wasn't
helpful.
shit-faced, but I was I'd had a few drinks. And yeah, so I fall asleep pretty quickly. I'm kind of good at, I think years of illness has trained me into being able to fall asleep when I'm in pain. Because I know that it will help. So I never kind of lie awake in pain or anything. I can get woken up by pain if it needs to be dealt with, but yeah, I can sleep through pain. So I wake up at 7 a.m. and I wake up, I'm like, I need a drink, I need to go to the bathroom, and then I need to get back into bed, which kind of is most mornings for me. Whether I've been drinking or not, I'll get up kind of early, sort my shit out, get back into bed and go to sleep. So I get to the kitchen, I fill up my water bottle, and then I sort of start to feel like I'm going to get sick. So I sort of go to the bathroom. I'm like straight into the bathroom. And I know that I closed the bathroom door behind me, but that's all that I know happened before I woke up on the bathroom floor. So I fainted. And I have fainted a lot. This is the first time where I've really not remembered it happening. And I've also fully just gone without being able to like get myself down onto the ground first. Usually I know when it's about to happen.
Yeah.
But this time I just hit the deck.
Oh man. And the bathroom's such a fucking bad place to do it because there's not a lot of space. So like wherever you fall, you're gonna come down hard on something hard.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. So both knees are bruised because they just hit the ground.
Yeah.
And then my chin took a bit of a hit. There isn't really that much of a mark, but you can see a little bit coming up.
Oh, maybe a bit, yeah.
It's very hard to see, but I was trying to take a photograph of it earlier and it just wasn't coming up at all. You can kind of see it more in person and you can feel it because it's quite swollen and it's very sore. So my chin took most of the fall, but my forehead right here also hit the sink on the way down. And so again, you can't see anything. There is a tiny bruise, but you can't see anything. And then this is like, I'm putting my finger around the swelling.
All I'm hearing in my head right now is the Head and Shoulders, Knees and Toes song, because those are all the things you've pictured.
Oh dear.
Just a full body catastrophe.
Do you owe someone money? Like, what's going on?
I don't believe so, but maybe in another realm.
Yeah, there's a karmic debt you're paying off. You did something last time.
Yeah, I think the last time your spirit was on the planet, you were a centurion, and there was a Friday where you nailed up a long-haired white guy with excellent abs, and you're just like, in no way is this going to come back to bite me in the ass, is what you thought then.
So,
Stickery. Good
Jesus
Lord.
Christ, boom. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Someone's drinking for their birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, Boom Stickery.
Fuck me.
So I'm a little bit beaten up and bruised. I feel like this bruise on my chin is going to get worse. Because this is all just this morning, so it's usually a day later that it really starts to come up.
Go full Leno.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So 2 ups, 3 downs. Yeah.
And then today I just lay in bed all day. I was just like, it's not safe.
Mm-hmm.
Stay down.
It's not safe out there. Just
stay down.
It's like in Band of Brothers where they tell that one guy to just stay in the foxhole. Don't. This isn't for you.
Just don't put your head above the parapet. So everything hurts. But yeah, I haven't fainted in a very long time, and it's so disorienting.
Congratulations.
And I used to faint a lot, so it is a good thing that I haven't fainted for a while.
Well, it
was such a win that I didn't wake up in a puddle of my own piss. because that happens relatively frequently, which probably means that I didn't have a seizure, which is good.
That's good. Bright side.
It's a
silver
win when you
linings
don't
and
have a
such.
seizure.
Yeah.
Always look on the bright side of life. When you are experimented by Nazi scientists in the 90s and your jaw is broken when you're a kid. When your medical history reads like Frankenstein's body, you just have to be okay with it. Always look on the bright side of being a medical marvel. It's really crazy you're even alive. It's not.
Life's a piece of shit when you're Ashley Manning.
Yeah.
Things are hard. You faint and land and piss.
No,
But
but I
sometimes you
didn't.
don't piss. You just
That was
rolled your ankle the night before.
I
It's a
had to
person
try
fixing
not to piss though. Like, as what usually happens is that as you're coming to, your body kind of tricks you into thinking that you are on the toilet or something. That's what's happened for me in the past. And then, so even if I haven't pissed myself from the faint or from a seizure, as I'm coming to, I piss myself.
Well, it might just be that your body chills out. It's like
Yeah.
Mhm.
this strength is needed elsewhere.
Maybe you just want to
Yeah.
warm up.
Yeah.
But
chilly
yeah,
on
so
the
I woke
floor.
up.
It is chilly on the floor.
I was so much further into the bathroom than I thought, because there's two kind of rooms in my bathroom. And I only remember
Oh, I didn't-
being in the first
fancy.
one.
I didn't realize that we were doing a stream with
Damn.
Queen Victoria of Pissville.
Little Lady Fauntleroy.
Yeah. Oh, my
Ooh.
word. You probably have a fainting couch. That's where you pee.
But
A
yeah,
bathroom-
well, it's
do you have a
it's like a
bathroom
little
foyer?
washroom. It's a washroom with the laundry stuff, and then there's the bathroom.
What are you, that weird green room that green room bathroom at the assembly rooms in Edinburgh where everyone does cocaine that has a bathroom?
Yeah,
The
that
whole
is
si-
weird.
It has a pretty
Yeah.
good shelf for cocaine doing.
Have you
yeah,
ever
that's what-
have you ever
that's what-
timed it when you're coming out of the bathroom that your clothes are just finished in the dryer? So as you come out, you can just put on warm clothes and then enter the world
There's no
the
dryer,
happiest person
but that
alive.
would be nice.
Oh, damn. Stupid
I have to
England.
hang them up like a
Scotland.
pleb.
Why, in the name of fuck, would such a humid country not invest in dryers? It's
Most
like
people don't
literally
have dryers.
In Canada, everyone has dryers.
I have
They're really
yeah,
expensive, and
Yeah, they're
they
just-
use up a lot of energy.
They just come with the house.
they come with
Everybody,
the house. You have
everybody's
to
got a
have one.
dryer. Yeah, they're so good.
Most people don't in the UK.
Yeah, I know,
'cause
it's a
it
nightmare.
sucks there.
Yeah, it's a hellish landscape filled with losers, and you should
Too
leave.
comfortable with suffering. That's what
Yeah.
it is. You guys don't know to
There's
ask better
nothing
for
wrong with
yourselves.
hanging up laundry.
There's
Except
a lot
you miss
wrong
out on
with
that
it.
sweet bath opportunity.
Yeah,
It's
oh.
right there. Imagine how good that would feel.
Ashley,
Straight out of the laundry.
look at my
robe.
fucking
It would
face.
feel good.
Look at me.
Oh.
Madam, scratchy
I'm looking-
towels, go fuck yourself. Scratchy towels. This is so hard on the skin. You deserve soft, lovely towels for your skin, not rough.
You are such a little
hand-dry.
daisy of a man.
Yeah, Chris. Let's look at me.
Chris
How
is
do you like
also
your
a
towels?
daisy.
I fucking
Yeah.
love a good towel.
Yeah,
I don't
what the
own
fuck
one. I bought my towel at Winners.
Oh man.
My towel sucks.
Line dry jeans.
So yeah,
fuck
I really
off.
hit the deck. I really,
Yeah.
I really hurt myself.
Mm-hmm. You did.
Yeah,
You did. Which one hurts?
I don't know
the
how
most
long I was on the
currently?
floor either. I have no idea.
Was the sun up? Oh, you'd already woken up, so it didn't matter.
It's Scotland.
No, it was dark.
Yeah, it's Scotland. This was the sun up.
It was still dark when I was getting back into bed, so it mustn't have
course.
been that long.
Okay, that's good.
But yeah,
I don't know if you've been watching the chat, but they are genuinely worried about you. There's all kinds of tips.
yeah.
There's all kinds of pleas to see a doctor.
I did see a few people asking about going to see a doctor. I don't think I've hit my head that hard. My
Oh
chin
my
hurts
God.
more. I don't have any symptoms of concussion.
Just go to the doctor.
I
You
don't
want to know why?
need
You wanna
to.
know why? You're not supposed to faint.
Yeah.
That's the
So, I've
No.
I've fainted a lot in my life. All right, you're
good.
talking
Yeah,
to
you're right.
Always
medical
right.
Nerval over here.
You're right.
Always
You're right.
bragging.
I know-
You know,
Absolutely.
when something gets worse, that's not a sign of anything. You know, if something keeps
So I
happening,
think
that's just a sign of normal things. You know what I mean?
I think there's a few things that have happened.
Go ahead.
I had some alcohol,
Mhm.
so I was potentially a bit dehydrated. I also took Plan B during the week, so that's potentially just jolted my system a little bit.
Did you?
Bragging about fucking now.
Yeah,
Just-
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, how the fucking tables have turned.
I've got a bathroom foyer and I caught some D. I'm Ashley Manning.
But I do think it potentially has, my body's still processing that.
Hmm.
Go to the dentist, make sure you didn't undo the jaw cracking.
Coming in from Baldy 3 to the podcast listeners. Go ahead. I would still go to a doctor because you're not a doctor, and your brain.
I know I'm not,
I gotta
but
say,
I'm fine.
I just looked up Plan B and fainting because I didn't believe you. That sounded like weak sauce.
Yeah.
But it comes up and it says fainting is found among people who take Plan B, especially for people who are female, age 20 to 29. So fair
There
enough.
you go.
Strong sauce. Turns out strong sauce. I thought weak sauce,
Yeah,
strong sauce.
and I also knew that because I read the package before I took the tablet, Christopher.
What? Who
Like,
does that? Pop them. See what happens.
no. When your medical history is like this,
Yeah, Mildred, I wondered
you
about this
read
too.
the information of things before you put them in your body.
I wonder if there's a different Plan B because not a lot of dudes taking Plan B, and it specifically said like females faint. So I'm gonna do some more research. So anything else?
Anyway,
Were there any other
that's-
tragedies
that's-
that befell you?
That's my weekend.
so that
I'm
was
just
last. That was this morning.
completely
that you
beaten
fainted.
up. That's in the past 2 days.
You fainted this morning.
I fainted
Yes,
this morning at 7
this morning.
o'clock. Yeah.
So
and I
every
got
day
back
this
into bed.
weekend. Tragedy.
Tragedy.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, you look great. Your mic
We'll see
sounds
how these
excellent.
bruises come up.
Oh, and that's the third peak. You got a new mic, Caroline Ray, Cat Cafe, invited out to 2 different things. Look how pretty that is.
How pretty.
Mm.
Ooh,
It's so pretty.
so pretty.
Like an old-timey newsreader, but in the future.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my weekend.
Okay, so Ashley almost died. Still might. We'll see how the concussion
might.
goes.
Still might. John.
Fingers crossed. I was in Fort Myers, Florida.
Mhm.
Fuck yeah.
How did
First
the
flight-
shows go?
Shows were really fun,
Good.
really wild and loose. Definitely told some stories I should not have told. Like it's like all right,
I have
everyone,
the list
like,
of the things that we have to check off.
cone of silence. Oh, it was none of things on the list, but still so fucking wild in Florida. Like so crazy wild in Florida. Like so fucking Florida. Like get there. Waiting for my first Uber. He calls me. He's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm at the place where it says to meet you." And he's like, "Nah. Come to where I am." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Come on, man." I was like, "I don't want to drive all." I was like, "What?" And he's like, "I'm canceling this. You owe me money." And I was like, "What? No." And then
What?
he canceled it. Yeah.
Wow.
wild. You have to
Did you get
understand, Ash-
charged?
No, he just reversed the charges.
No.
And then then I got another guy, went to the hotel. I didn't sleep at all really on the flights because it was so delayed. Oh my god. I saw 2 TSA agents almost have a fist fight.
You told us about that on Thursday. Yeah,
You did tell us that on Thursday.
yeah, that one
Alright.
we know. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
We know you.
That
We know
one.
your approach to Florida. So you're already in Florida. It's Friday.
Oh, did you? Oh no, but I didn't talk. I went to the show. So I get in my Uber to go to the show. It is a woman. She's on speakerphone with her mother. Did I think I put this
You
on.
told us this in our private chat.
Yes. Okay. So they are talking heavy about Jesus, and I'm like, here we go, waiting for it. And then, now, John, do you believe in Jesus? And I for a second was like, do I just fucking lie? And I'm like, no, like you are who you are. Own up to everything you do. And I just went, no, I'm agnostic. And the person, like, they were like, what is that? And then they started calling me like a Gnostic. You're a Gnostic? Do you know what that is? And I was like, what? And like, I was like,
Isn't it
no,
like a
I am.
sect of Judaism.
I'm
No,
like,
Gnosticism is being able to see into the afterlife or something.
Yeah.
It's because
But it's like-
agnostic is the negated form.
There's a branch of Gnosticism, maybe it's Catholic. I can't remember.
Yeah, there is, like, it is used in a religious.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the sects. Anyway, so all wrong. Thanks, Earl. Good to see you, bud.
Yeah.
How'd she take that? Did you explain to her? Is this like a Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone situation?
She was like intrigued, and then her mother was like, no, you get your love from Jesus, and if you don't know that, you're crazy. And then they were like, well, have you read the Bible? And I was like, yeah, I was Christian at one point. Like, and they were like, how could you turn away from God? And I was like, the hypocrisy of all of this sort of stuff like that. And like, just, I was like, they asked for money in the church. It's the only time Jesus ever got angry.
Mm.
And then there was like a good solid silence for 3 minutes from both of them. And then they just went after like, no, because you're not understanding that you have to support your community. And I was just like, all right, not doing this again. And then I got out of the Uber and went to a comedy club in Fort Myers, Florida. It was Gnostic sect. Oh my God.
Podcast listeners, Chris is right. The Gnostic sect of Judaism got hella genocides and written out of history. That's right.
Hella
Did you win? Did you change their mind? Do they not believe in Jesus anymore?
No, they vehemently believe in Jesus. Very
Versus.
much into it. Did that. First show, met a great comedian. Afterwards, we were just hanging out. Oh my God, his name was Nathan. He followed me on Instagram.
Fielder?
It was not Nathan Fielder. How cool would that be? Nathan
Macintosh.
Wallace. Nathan
Oh.
Wallace. And he's he's a plumber by trade and a comedian because it's Fort Myers, so everyone's like a hobbyist, not hobbyist, but like they've got day jobs.
Yeah.
And I told the comedians who I can get weed from. He said he might be able to find out someone who may know some guy, maybe possibly. He's not really sure in any way. Anyway, from one of the other comedians, I got a bone and I smoked it and then talked to that guy about being a plumber for like 2.5 hours. And he said the craziest thing ever, which was every plumber eats biscuits and gravy and then goes plumbing. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, every plumber in America every morning eats biscuits and gravy. Yeah. And then
What
go
kind
like,
of biscuits and what kind of gravy?
American biscuits is different.
yeah.
They're like scones, sort of.
But like, it's the
Okay.
most wild. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you eat biscuits and gravy. And it's like
Every single plumber.
every single plumber. I was like, this is the most wild thing I've ever
I love that confidence.
Yeah, it's the most wild thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Yeah, white gravy on the biscuits.
So funny.
And imagine like
What
this
is
guy.
white gravy?
It's delicious.
It's really good. Like, and imagine like he is a dead clean, sober dad of a man. Like, I don't even think he drinks. I'm stoned in the parking lot of a Holiday Inn, and I'm like, "You're out of your mind. That's not a thing." And then he fucking it's crestfallen. And he doesn't believe. Like, he's like, I can't believe white gravy is jizz. In some ways, it's another word for it. And then he's like, I don't know, and he's like all shaken. And then I go upstairs. I text some people that have been in the South. Turns out biscuits and gravy for breakfast is like a thing here. Like anyone who is like a craftsman, I was like, but the way he said it, he's like, yeah, biscuits and gravy, and then you go plum. Like, that's the most wild thing ever.
So did you shake his faith in his biscuits and gravy fact?
Yeah,
It sounds like you broke this man.
I did it. Then the next day, he like swung by after because he was like, oh, you like hanging out. It was like nice. He's like, I'll swing by for coffee. And so we were having coffee, and I was like, I am so sorry. It's totally a Southern thing. And he's like, it is all right, man. Do not worry. But I literally like I was telling me stories of his life and of being a plumber, and I was just like, you do this in your act, right? And he's like, no. And I was like, what are you actually talking about? And he was like, no, I've never talked about it. And I was like, you gotta. He's like, I'm like, the biscuits and gravy thing. It's right there. So that was Friday day.
That sounds nice. That sounds like a good day.
Show was fun, very fun. Afterwards, I allegedly partook in some marijuana in front of the comedy club with other comedians, hanging out. Wonderful time. If you head over to my Instagram at the John Hastings, you'll see a photo of a car, and a guy has a cock medallion and a cock belt buckle that match. And
that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you accessorize.
Yeah, his name's Buck, and he's here to fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that wasn't on our Florida gig bingo, but I feel like it should be.
Yeah, we fucked up.
That's excellent.
By the way, John, can you just tell us how much sleep you're working on at this moment?
2 hours.
Nice.
In how long?
More than I thought.
I wanted to say, and it's also Nathan Wallace is at Nathan Stands Up. Go follow him on Instagram. He is very funny. 2 hours sleep. Can you tell me exactly what we were talking about? Because I literally lost all train of thought just trying to shout out.
You were telling us about the guy with the cock medallion.
Okay, so
belt buckle.
Smoking weed with a couple of local comedians. This trans woman named Shelly Kelly. It's like the host of the show. Oh, whose name I've just fucking forgotten. This other guy. It's like all these people are on the show. It's very fun. The feature act Jason was hanging out. It was like great time. And then one of them was like, "Oh, you know what? He's an Uber driver. We're going to this bar. We'll drop you at the hotel." And I get in the Uber, and he pops on this and I should have guessed where this was going. This super hardcore mega hip hop video from this guy named Tom McDonald.
Wait, he put on a video in the car?
Oh my God, Florida, baby. Yeah. It was literally like a big, go look at the photo. He installed LED lights in the parking lot before we got in the car.
Amazing.
I mean, that feels like it's better than the MAGA hat.
We didn't even
have bingo card.
I mean, yeah, it was wild. And then we're just and we're driving, and it's one of those things where it was like, I was just kind of like, I disagree with this energy being put out there, and I just didn't want to see it. And I was like stoned and feeling warm and nice, and hearing about a comedy scene. I was like, I just don't need to know this about you, man. Nah. And it was like, well, what do you think about it? And telling me all these things. And I'm like, it's just not for me. Let's just put something else on. And they did that. And then the next day I was relaying that story to the other comedians. And they're like, oh, you don't know what happened? And I was like, what?
This guy?
That's the guy right there.
Oh my God.
What a vibe.
Yeah.
That's a vibe.
So sorry. So they said, you don't know what happened?
I was like, what happened? And so a week prior, he's an Uber driver, and he was driving, and he was showing this fucking video to a passenger and asking the same questions he was asking me, which is so wild. And then she attacked him.
What? How?
Full, over the seat. Pow.
It's so crazy. It's one of those things where you're like, I do not agree with the MAGA movement, but I also more don't agree with
punching a guy in the back of the head while he's driving.
It's driving it's
while he's
so
driving.
Wild. He's driving a car, and it's the most. And I was like, all I could think was
this is one of the other acts.
This was one of the other comedians, and what I got out of it was because bear in mind, he did this to me a week later, and I was like, I do not respect this. I do not share this person's political beliefs. I respect his conviction that he's like, I want to know what people think about this. I've been attacked from behind, and I marched forward. Oh, wow.
I wonder, when I hear stuff like that kind of visceral reaction, I wonder if she's one of the many, many people that's lost parents to this movement, where it's I used to have a nice family, and now
No,
I can't talk
no.
to anybody. So I flipped
See-
the fuck out.
She was serial assaulter of Uber drivers.
Shut the fuck up. So that was
Yeah.
coming anyway.
It was like a thing.
Wait, so is that
How is her rating
so
get her
she's
any rides?
attacked? So
It was
she's
like
attacked Uber drivers just because they're Uber drivers.
the cops, like apparently this again. I'm getting this from like second and third hand comedians, so
Okay.
all of this could not be true. But like the way you look at the video and the way she reacted, you're like, actually, this all scans completely.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It was so wild. It was a very inspirational trip because that whole thing in the car in that moment. Because I have to work on this hour. By the way, I'm more than likely I'm going to be in Australia in April, which is very exciting. But it also means I have an hour that has to really come together. And so on Friday after that experience,
It's
jogged.
nearly there though. I've
It is,
seen
but it's one of those
a
things where
decent
it's
amount
like,
of it.
here's the thing: when you start putting together hours, is nearly there and there is like, holy shit,
There's
can
a-
you fuck it up
yeah.
in that part? That is
Fair enough.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've seen so many. Wow, that was there. Who was it
Yeah.
that was on this show talking about the review that was if there ever was a three? Oh, Jack.
Jack.
It was-
Yeah, it was
yeah.
Jack,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
It's ever a 3-star show. This is it. Yeah, it's so hard to turn that last screw. But,
Yeah.
So it was the car, and then what?
So car, and then I went upstairs. And then wrote for 2 hours because it literally coalesced something in the show. Like, and I was like, "Holy shit! I figured out something in the universe." Also, I think whatever they put in weed in Florida is awesome.
Called bath salts, buddy.
Yeah,
Everyone
buddy.
loves it.
Yeah, it's called Angel Dust. And then Saturday, got a bad breakfast. Went to the wrong spot for breakfast. Bad move.
Shit.
Shit.
Should've
Bad
got
move.
those biscuits, baby.
That is bad.
Yeah, you got sure. Not the first person to make this joke. Not the first person. 2 shows on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday sold out. Then talked to the owner. Didn't have to comp the room at all. Sold it all off my off the back of an AGT credit.
That's
Very
amazing.
exciting. Yeah, never had that happen
That's pretty
before.
cool.
That's
That
great,
was
buddy.
very cool. And
Florida
then-
would have AGT fans.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, there were some. So there was I had a real bit. I really like baiting red state people,
Mhm.
and I really tread carefully because there were like we're talking like let's go Brandon everything like
Wow.
Okay.
how you fucking do it like
Yeah.
okay we
They
are
are.
diametrically opposed.
Hacking as well. Those dudes have guns
Yeah,
on
It's
their
Florida.
person right now. Yeah.
yeah, you are not allowed to ask.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean I kind of dig it.
Crazy. You're not allowed to ask? That's insane to me.
I don't think you're allowed to ask.
That's why.
That's wild.
You understand
So-
that in Florida, because the gun laws are so loose, schools like you can't be in the hallways. They're all like it's locked down, and all the doors are on timers.
What a fucking nightmare.
Isn't that crazy?
What a fucking night. So free though.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, Earl. Yeah,
That's
you're not allowed to
awful.
ask if they have a gun. That's insane to me. So how did you dance around it? What was your?
I just
'Cause
went.
your,
I went.
your crowd work is purposely confrontational a lot of the times.
Oh no, the way you get away with it is I just go, I'm Canadian, I can't vote. And I also you just lean very heavily. Americans are very reasoned with if you're a straight white man and you point out where you go, you have your opinion, I have mine. Like you
Yeah.
have to listen to me and that sort of stuff. And it's also just like
Mhm.
and also just everyone I think on that side assumes that everyone on the left is very happy with what's going on.
Well,
Yeah.
is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me as a felony in Florida?
I gotta tell you, I think Baldy came to play today.
Yeah, Baldy's in a good spot.
Mm.
Well, that's good. I'm glad the shows went well.
Shows went great. Head back to the hang out with the comedians. Got that amazing story. Like the finishing, the guy that convict. I've never been like, you know what, like fucking shine on you, crazy diamond. And then I head back to the hotel room. Got 2 hours of sleep. Got up, got to bed at sort of like 1:20, and I was up by 3:40. Waked and baked because I was like, all right, I got a 6 a.m. flight, Atlanta. My gates are next to each other. I'll have an hour. I'm going to get a breakfast sandwich in Atlanta, walk onto my flight. I'm going to eat that in the corner under my mask, like slowly mushing it and shoving it. But I'm so fucking hungry. That was my whole plan. Instead, there was frost on the wings of our airplane, and in Florida, they don't have de-icing machines, so they just had to wait for the sun to come up and melt the ice.
The old ways.
And I was just like, are you fucking kidding? Because I was like, there is no way in hell that will be the only problem. Like, there is something else they're not mentioning, because that is wild, because all the other planes are not. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
Here's a real-time
There.
picture of John reacting to the de-icing information.
It's even worse. So, okay, what I did was, which no one else did, it was so wild, was there was another flight going to Atlanta at 7, and you just needed to get on standby for that, because there was the airport was a zoo.
Yeah.
What was that face?
Oh, nothing.
I disagree. What did you find?
I have a football game on in the background. There was a fumble.
Oh, fucking
I appreciate it. I got to tell you, you have to allow it during playoffs. It's just, you have to allow it.
There's 39 seconds left, and there's a difference of 3 points, and they're on the 15-yard line, and Patrick Mahomes just fumbled. It's fucking wild.
fucking
Wait.
hell.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
That is why Chris's window is lagging.
Oh, my
so
lagging?
much.
Nothing's lagging
Oh
on
my
my
God.
side.
So laggy.
lagging.
Oh, I wish you guys had told
Your
me. Why
face
didn't you say
freezes
anything?
every minute or two. Well, I don't know. Your sound was still coming through. So.
That's weird. You should say something. That's very poor stream management on your parts. I know you're sleepy and injured, but come on, guys.
Yeah, I'm so sleepy. 'Cause it's not
I'm
even
so
the-
injured.
It's not even the beginning.
Oh God.
So what was the next problem? You
So the next
de-iced, you're waiting for dawn.
Just waiting for fucking dawn.
Waiting for
And I'm
sunlight.
like, go fuck yourself. So I walk over to this other guy. I get thrown on. I call. So they're like, everyone lines up as you always do to go to the gate agent for connections and stuff like that. And then this one was just like, if you call this number, it's faster than talking to them. And everyone was like, yeah, whatever. And I was just like, fuck it. Because I accidentally got out of line to check where a gate for the 7 a.m. was. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And the apple is just a very, very drippy beard in our version of Snow White. You know what I'm saying?
Bite
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Bite
it.
Suck my apple.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck yourself. If you believed in raw instead of being agnostic, your flight would have been fine. You're right, Paul D3. I should have sacrificed a sheep to Apollo. So instead, they're like, okay, stand by for this. But then as I walked over to the other gate to be put on standby, he's like, hey, this might delete your ticket for that other flight. So boomstickery eat.
Quack, quack, quack,
Eat
quack.
my apple. Quack, 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 quack.
Quack, quack, quack.
And I was like, so what happens if that happens? He's like, I don't know. We'll just find out. And I was like, oh, cool. So I may just have no flights to home in a second here. So then I just break down and go buy a breakfast sandwich. I go buy a breakfast sandwich and I eat it facing a corner very quickly, just shoving it in my mask. And it was so fucking gross and really good. And then I went back, standby ticket on that flight. Hell yeah, that flight is going. I'm going to make my connection. I'll be here on time for stream. Oh, wait, we have a massive electrical problem on our plane. We are going nowhere. Good. Go fuck yourself. I'd rather be dead. I'd rather be dead. I'd rather be murdered in the streets. Eat my butt. Eat my piss. Everyone can fuck off. And I was like, all right, good. And then this pilot, though, was a real corn dog. Came on and he went, now maintenance is here. It's going to be one of two things. Let's hope it's the second one. I'm not telling you what happened. He was like, but I'm not letting you see the list. All right, I'll come back at you a bit. And you're just like, all right, fucking hot shot. Let's move this along. Comes back 20 minutes later. He's like, all right, we'll be able to go. We just have a paperwork problem that'll take us another 30 minutes. And I was just like, are you fucking kidding me with the paperwork problem? 15 minutes later, we're like, take off. We go. We are like fucking running super late. And like Atlanta's now a disaster because it's the hub of Delta. Connections are going to be wild. So if I do not make my original connection, I'm not getting here until the evening. So it's going to be the worst day of my life. As we're coming in, Atlanta is a giant line of 6 terminals, and you just be at one, and your connection will be a 30-minute public transit commute away that you have to make in 15 minutes. And we land, and my gate is posted. They're supposed to arrive at E, and I need to get to A in 21 minutes. Google Maps prediction, 24 minutes. Will he do it?
Oh,
Well,
that's a challenge if I ever heard one.
I hope the pilot doesn't drive to the wrong gate by accident, because that's what happens the first time. Second time, there's just someone at our gate. Why the hell not? And then finally, third time, he's like, all right, we've been redirected to gate 2 down from where my gate was. Holy shit.
baby.
The kid can
Nice.
fucking make it. Here's the one problem that only occurred to me as I was getting off the plane. I have a middle seat. No. I'm the last one on the plane. They're holding the door for me. I run up and I'm like, can I please have anything but is in the middle seat? Like I won't fit in the middle seat. Like I'm super injured. I played that card. And she's like, I can't do anything. Like I'm literally like not supposed to have the door open. Just ask them down there. And I just walked down, and it was me and a gentleman that required assistance getting on the plane. He was physically disabled. And both of us were like, they're like, we only have one aisle seat. And I got to be honest, like there was a pause, and the staff member went, and obviously this gentleman is taking it. And I was like, yes, good, yes, let's not make me have to fight this guy, because I'll fucking do it. And then I walked.
Imagine if she just snapped a pool cue in half and threw one down on the ground.
He'd be dead. He'd be dead. He wouldn't even fucking. He wouldn't hear this part of the pool cue. That part, he wouldn't hear it hit the ground. That's how quickly there would be fucking wood in his neck. I walk on, and then on the airplane flight attendant, I was like, do you have any aisle seats? And she's like, yeah, a lot. No one's making this flight. And I was like, oh, amazing. And it was weird. Everyone had got the windows because you're last on, because window is premium for sleeping purposes. So I'm in aisle. I don't fit in aisle. So I just sat in the aisle seat. I was going to work, but instead I was just like not able to sleep, but also not able to do anything. And I just lay there and watched Newsroom. Realized Chris very much if he plays his cards right, could just be Charlie Skinner in about 30 years.
That's genuinely so kind. That's
It's really
that's
good.
high praise. That's high praise.
My
Charlie
God.
Skinner is a gem. He's
Yeah.
a goddamn gem.
Yeah, he's a bit racist towards Olivia Munn in that one scene.
Yeah. But he stands up for his team. God damn it.
I mean, that show really goes downhill after the first season. I'm going to be totally honest. Aaron Sorkin.
I disagree. It's gold, start to finish.
No,
A perfect show.
it is
It's a perfect
absolutely not.
show. Just
Which
fills
is
you
a-
with hope and joy.
It does not do any of those things.
Does it all.
Which is a better Aaron Sorkin project, The West Wing or Newsroom?
Never watched the West Wing.
Are you serious?
Thank you, King Geo. Thank you.
Oh,
Keep
of
needing
course.
to. Never get around to it.
Chris.
King Geo was in my dream last night, and I'm not sure why.
You've never actually, I don't think, seen him.
I know. I just gave him a face.
No, actually, you know what's crazy? But you had been in the same room as him.
Yeah, because at your wedding must have been.
Yeah.
But I don't remember anything about the dream, but I remember being like, King Geo, how's it going? And there was just a dude standing there being like, I'm good. Thank you, Chris. No idea. Very strange.
You're a weird guy, man.
I'm a weird guy, but King Geo's obviously made an impression.
That is the right reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, Newsroom's a perfect show. Also,
Hard disagree.
Aaron Sorkin, phenomenal dancer, I assume.
Yeah. He did a
Um,
lot of drugs.
so you're
Oh,
here
and-
now. How are you feeling?
Oh,
We're-
the journey is not even close to done, Chris.
What?
because I don't-
But you got your aisle seat. Everything's fine.
No, because then I had to get from the airport to home. Was possibly going to meet JF Harris, so he was going to give me a lift. We were supposed to land at the same time, except his plane was being held on the tarmac for 45 minutes, and I was already like, I wait for no man. I have a credit card for a reason, and that reason is I am getting in an Uber. Ubers were $157 from LAX to my house. So I had to switch over to Lyft. I get in a Lyft with a guy. We are driving on. We got on the highway. It's pretty good. It's $43, which is a bit steep, but
That's
you
all
know
right.
what? It's getting me home relatively in time to be able to have a quick nap, come here, and be relatively responsible here with you two wonderful friends. And then he's like, "Oh man, I'm losing tire pressure in my back tire," and I was like,
Oh, shitting hell.
"You
I
fucking
forgot
what
about
now?"
this part.
And he was
Oh
like,
god,
"Yeah."
because you just said like gets me home in time to have a little nap and blah blah blah, and I was
No
like,
nap.
but we know that you didn't have a nap.
Okay, so he's not getting off the highway, and I don't want to have to get into an argument with a guy who's driving with a flat tire, but it's also like, get off the fucking highway with a flat tire, you going to murder me with your car guy. So we get off, and then we get off in Bunker Hill, Boyle Heights area, which is around USC, which is a bit spicy at night, but it's fine. And he is proper freaked out. Like he's just like, there's gangs in this part of town, man. And he keeps being like, "Oh, you don't know about that? You don't know about that?" It was very funny where I was like, "No, man, I think you don't know about that. Like, that's not going to be a problem here at this time. Like, why are you like so worried?" It was so funny. Like, I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "No, man, we got to be careful." I was like, Of what? That's a Trader Joe's. It was so bizarre, and he wouldn't pull over. He's like, "We got to get out of this part of town. We got to get over." And like, he was like very specific. He's like, "Good, we're by a school." And I was like, "What are you even talking about, man?" Then we get out. He cancels the lift, and then Lyft sends me another lift to LAX. What the hell? So I finally get in an Uber. I'm done with lifts. Don't have to pay for that flat tire, by the way. Still gave the guy 5 stars. Appreciated it, only because it was free. And then me and my Uber driver made fun of that guy for being worried about gangs in that neighborhood. Like he was just like, "What's he worried about? He was like a bunch of cheerleaders from USC or paying too much rent." He's like, afraid of that. Like it was so funny. It was just wild.
That guy just moved from Pennsylvania. There are gangs everywhere. It's LA.
Now, here's where I buried the lead. Absolutely not. He was a black guy from Long Beach. You guys were all playing on assumptions. Yeah. He was just very. No, I was just like, what the hell? That's what I enjoyed even more. I was like, I've got to tell you, no one would think this is who the two people would be. Like, if you could put money, then you like. It seems right. That sort of sentiment coming out of this gob. Oh, by the way, Florida, I could rule Florida. I am. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris, if you want to talk about vibes, I could really see you in Florida because yes, it is the most wild place I've ever been in my entire life. Every Uber driver was a trip. Oh my God. Got into a giant fight with an Uber driver about masks. Wild. So I get in and I am not afraid to tell you to put your mask on. And we're driving and I was like, "Hey man, can you put a mask on?" And he's like, "No, I don't have to." And I was like, "Oh no, you do though. Like it's like Uber policy." He's like, "No, Uber's policy is that like masks are a thing that you have an option of wearing, and then I get to decide."
There's no need for a policy if it's an option. Then it's just there.
But the best part of it was, I then went, do I still rate you on Uber? And he was like, "Yeah." And then there was a beat, and he was like, "Usually I have a mask in the car. I want you to know. I usually have a mask in the car, but I forgot this time. I think masks are like," and literally just like folded like a fucking tent. It was spectacular.
Well, yeah, that's his earnings. That's his you get a bad rating.
But
You
I
just threatened him.
It was the juxtaposition of the two things. Friday was a real tale of two points of view I disagree with. One person I went, "You know what? I disagree with you completely, but your conviction of it, I have to respect." Yeah. That Uber driver, the fact that he immediately crumbled over the almighty dollar, like it was just like, come on, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, if he's driving an Uber, he doesn't have a huge savings account. He can't fall back on anything.
I mean, it's Florida.
He needs that cash.
I have a feeling like everyone who was driving me, they all struck me as like, this is their golf money. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they all were like, "Yeah, oh yeah, everyone. I was a Marine for a bit, and now then I drove a truck for FedEx, and then I was a bounty hunter. Now I'm here." Like everyone's like, it's wild.
None of those are high-paying jobs.
No.
Yeah, but they are.
Fett, you know.
Yeah, but they do give you an opportunity to, You can line your pockets. You can figure it out. I mean, actually, that's not true. I was taught. So when I when I ran over a pig in Northern California and got driven to Santa Barbara by a tow truck driver. Chris, I assume you remember this story.
Nope.
Yeah.
Do you
I remember the story.
Do not remember this at all.
Oh well.
I remember you hitting a pig.
I feel like I should remember that.
We had a whole episode on car accidents.
That was
Wait,
if you listen to
is that the same one where Ashley puked all over her car?
Yeah.
See, that's what I remember. That's the thing, is that one that one really sticks with you.
I really know how to paint a picture.
And a car interior.
Hey. The long and short of it, I was driving back from Santa Cruz through the night. And you can go the high road or the low road. The low road is the PCH, which is you're by the ocean, which is really beautiful in the daytime when you can see where the cliffs are. And at nighttime, it's just a place where you can drive into the ocean. So I was on the high road, which is a bunch of prisons and factory farms and military bases. And pigs apparently escape, go feral, and then they wander into the road and people run over them, which is what I did.
Wow.
And it decimated my rental car. And then a tow truck was supposed to drive me to LA, instead driving me.
Baldy, I'm so glad because I've been singing Loch Lomond in my head since John said that.
I don't even get the reference, and you know what? I don't want to.
You said okay.
No, I do.
Good.
Oh yeah.
You said something like I actually forget what you said, but the lyrics of the song are "You take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before you."
Go to any Scottish wedding. Never. So I get the, and I mean,
sorry.
So I show up. So there's all these problems with like where they're supposed to take me anyway. So this tow truck driver compromises with my rental car company that he'll get me to Santa Barbara, and in Santa Barbara they'll send an Uber to my house. They'll just Uber me all the way to my door. And the drive from where we were to Santa Barbara in a beat up tow truck was like 5 hours. And I was still smoking. He still smoked. We each bought a fresh pack of cigarettes, and I bought a giant Gatorade. And I was just like, "Hey man, just tell me about your life." I was just like, I got to sort of like drift off, but I'm too frazzled because I nearly died by being hit by a pig. And so he told me stories of.
So now it's the pig's fault. Now the pig hit you.
That's right, Chris.
That's how quick it happens.
And this guy talked about being a bounty hunter, and
Wicked.
And he's mostly, because I did ask about the money, and he was like, actually, it's better than you think. The problem with it is he's like, it's really inconsistent.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is you're betting basically on whether or not this guy is going to bolt. So you're getting like some money, but you're like, a couple of them, you're like, fuck, if this guy could actually skip bail, like he's like, you can't do anything to affect it, but you're like, oh, that would make my year. You know what I mean? Because it's just held in an account. They can't get, and he's like, that's the more weird thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Diamond Guys I had to report to the California Highway Patrol. Yeah, John didn't land on that pig. That pig landed on John. Thank
a Malcolm
God.
X joke? Are you kidding me?
God
damn,
it's
that's
January.
funny.
Thank
That's
God
funny.
it's January. Chris,
That's so funny.
thank God it's January. Very inappropriate. January, I think we're okay. Still covered under
So
satire.
Ashley, do you get that reference?
Not at all.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
us.
Get up on your civil rights leaders, Ashley. Come on now.
Ashley, I would highly recommend.
That's number 2 after I Have a Dream. That's the second most popular quote.
I also prefer. I always preferred Malcolm X as a civil rights leader to Martin Luther King. Given as I think all the viewers of this fine program will, given my penchants for calls for violence, sometimes I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm not even making an omelet. I just want to break some eggs. I get it. And anyway, so we just bonded and talked a lot on that sort of thing. And yeah, learned about the inner workings of being a bounty hunter. Also, he talked a lot about being a repo man, and
that's a bleak job.
But he's like the limits of where you can go into something and where you can't to retrieve an item to repossess it was so fascinating.
Mm.
Which is like, it's a garage, but it's a garage that has to have some sort of opening that's not the main garage, that isn't a window that you can like. It's like I was like, oh, that's wild. Yeah,
I saw Spike Lee's movie.
I feel like this is accurate.
No, I spent a weird amount of time in my 20s reading the work of civil rights leaders.
Yeah, I've also, my mom gave me the autobiography of Malcolm X when I was a teenager because I really enjoy.
It's a hell of a book.
Oh, it's fucking amazing. It really, it's one of those things where like when people are like, because I remember everyone was like so shocked by Howard Zinn's book. Oh, what the People's
History of America.
And I remember just being like, wow, you guys should have just read Malcolm X's. Like, if you read Malcolm X's autobiography, like you're just like, yeah, of course, yeah, I get it.
Crazy read. I heard there's a great lyric from Freddie Gibbs on his last album where he says "fuck Spike too." Made something about he made Malcolm hooked on heroin to like placate all the white producers because most of the movie is Malcolm X like fucked up on heroin, and then there's like the part where he's the leader, but so much of it is him breaking into houses with white women and being in jail as a heroin addict.
And he was like relatively young.
He was super young when he did that. It was like 17, 18.
And here's my question for you, Chris. Who was his best friend that he ran fur coats with as a racket?
Oh, I can't remember. It's been so long since I read that.
It was Red Fox.
No shit.
Yeah.
Good old Red Fox. What an awful man. What a funny, awful man.
Yeah, it's wild time. He's really that proof of like sometimes just monsters become celebrities. Nah. And just ba-ba-ba-da.
Sometimes.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Yeah,
but you made it home, John. You made it home.
Yeah, barely. I've had 3 hours of sleep. Like I literally walked in the door at 1:05 and I was just like, I'm either going to go to sleep and miss the stream, or I am going to allegedly break my sunglasses on stream. Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Don't fuck with me, everybody. That's why you
he had a backup pair.
buy in bulk. That's my advice.
It's so funny.
God damn it.
Live snapping. You're having a hell of a day, bud. That's so funny.
I think my favorite part was just like that guy being so freaked out about gangs. I was just like, what? This isn't LA in the 90s, my man. Like, good God. Oh, it really picked me up. Oh yeah, but I'm gonna have such a nap. You know, one of those really good naps, like one of those really good naps that might take place while we're still on the air.
Yeah, you're gonna wake up tomorrow.
No, I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah.
Chris, you've lived with me.
Yeah, that's true. John doesn't not move.
Yeah, it's very
there's not a lot of stillness in this man.
Who described it once? You have a fire inside you.
That is a very polite way of putting it.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where the people that always ever say it rudely are also always my laziest friends, which I always find it where I'm like, you can't give me this criticism. Like you have a you have a sleep crease on your cheek and it's 4 p.m. Like just wildness. That's it. I want to go to Florida again. I loved it. It is so fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, what was it? You said that I would fit right in vibes wise. What was that? You didn't elaborate.
Everyone's laid back. No matter what, you're laid back. It's wild.
That does sound nice.
Yeah. It's just so wild. Like everyone is just like, yeah. Like it's just
Chris,
like,
would you enjoy that though, like a totally laid back environment, or do you kind of like bringing the calm into a busy situation?
Yeah, I like being surrounded by a lot of things going on. So
but this is why Florida would appeal to you, Chris. There is a lot of stuff going on, and it's not like normal stuff. It's like, why the fuck does that guy have a panda? And it's like, what? You don't know about Panda Joe? And you're like, why does he have that nickname? And it's like, it's not what you think. It's like, because he's got a bunch of pandas, and it's like, oh yeah, you can figure it out. Like it's like that. That's what. And it's like you're like, how is this a fucking place?
Yeah, I mean, I think I could enjoy like some time there, but I like I always got most of my writing done when I would sit somewhere like South Bank or Trafalgar Square, and I'm surrounded by people all moving, all fucking doing things, and I'm just sort of sitting there, just having a nice time. Yeah, I think Ashley, you're right. I think I thrive in calm amongst chaos. So,
Yeah.
that's where I fit in.
I want you all to know that while Chris was telling that excellent story, I was trying to think, and all I could envision is just sucking black holes where words and thoughts were supposed to be. So that is where I am.
That is where I'm not gonna lie, I'm similar.
Well, we got
Um,
5 minutes left.
Yes.
The Cincinnati Bengals are going to the Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable. What a turnaround. Congratulations, Joe Burrow.
Okay, hang on. So we're looking at potential Bengals or the 49ers or Bengals and the Rams.
Yeah. Crazy.
Here's my-
Absolutely wild.
I gotta go. If the Rams. Yeah, I live in LA. I like the 49ers as a team more than I like the idea of the Rams. But I should go for the team I live closer to.
I follow Tampa Bay. That's the team that's literally the farthest away from me. You couldn't pick a further away team.
This is also why I think you'd love Florida. Is because you could just go see Tampa Bay play football all the
I'd
time.
fucking love to go to a Tampa Bay game. So
Actually,
good.
feel
many
free Just play some
pyrotechnics.
Scrabble on your phone for a second. So, how do you feel about Tom Brady retiring? Ashley, how do you feel about Tom Brady retiring?
Arguably the greatest football player of all time, the Michael
Who's
Jordan of football.
Who's making that argument? No, he is the greatest football player of all time.
Oh, just like, New York fans.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. The Archie Manning, I assume, is making that argument. Is it Archie Manning?
I mean, Jerry Rice was incredible, but Tom Brady is unfucking stoppable. He actually didn't announce his retirement. That was made separate from him, and he has gone public saying he hasn't yet made his decision. I think he's going to retire anyway. He just wants to announce it on his own.
Well, I think it's because he doesn't want to retire at 44. He wants to retire at 45. Ashley, can you tell us who is Tom Brady? I love this so much. Okay. Okay. What sport does Tom Brady
Tom
play?
Brady.
Literally just said it.
Tom Brady he plays American football.
Very good.
He's a quarterback
Very good.
for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Can you tell what I used those 30 seconds for?
I cannot.
8 rings, baby.
Yeah.
That is the first line of his Wikipedia page.
Yeah. He hasn't eaten a strawberry ever because it's a nightshade and it isn't an anti-inflammatory.
Never
He
eaten a
believes.
strawberry.
This is it. This is the best player that's ever played the game.
Oh, he is literally the greatest combination of a dork.
Look at Ashley's face.
Yeah, oh, you would fucking hate this guy. Actually, do you know what he eats for dessert?
Pussy? I don't know.
No, it's so much worse. Avocado sweetened with a dash of stevia run through.
Oh, get the fuck out. That is
He's so healthy.
disgusting.
Oh, his
Eat a
asshole.
fucking strawberry.
He won't. He'll physically attack you.
Strawberries are the best.
They're so delicious. But you know what? He's 45 and he's still top 3
He's
in the
44.
game. That's
Yeah, it's wild.
44. That's unbelievable.
That picture of him that you just showed me, is that him now at 45?
No, I'm going to show you a picture of him now. That
Yeah,
was
actually-
from like 10 years ago, maybe. So he's like in his
Right.
30s. He still looked like a fucking child.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked pretty
much
good.
better now.
I wouldn't have thought he'd be that old.
This is him basically now with his wife. Guess who his wife is, Ashley?
I don't know.
Giselle Bundchen.
Yeah.
Okay. He
Also,
looks very different in this photo.
Is it just me or
He's
he's
a much
clearly
better
wearing
barber.
he's really wearing concealer as well?
Oh, I'm sure he must. Yeah. I mean, he's been married to a supermodel for how long?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's got him
they-
wearing makeup.
Yeah, definitely.
He still doesn't look 45, but he doesn't look 20.
No, but he's still better than almost everybody, and that's insane. No one should be that good at anything. It's absolutely wild.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, and it's also, oh my god! And then there's been so many controversies, and he comes back from. He's the comeback kid. Ashley. That's what he is.
He was caught cheating, and then just kept being better than everyone, and so most people just went, "All right, fair enough."
I wouldn't say that was. I guess who I am. I'm the guy that defends Deflategate. I think it was a miscommunication between him and the equipment manager, because at that point, communication had completely fallen down between the coaching staff and Tom Brady, because they acted like he needed them and they needed him, and he knew it and they knew it, and they wouldn't fucking act right.
How was he white privileged? He was drafted in the 7th round. He wasn't going to play. He was never supposed to play, but then Drew Brees got injured, and so they put him in, and then he was the best of all time. I absolutely believe in white privilege, but he's literally unbelievable. He's so much better than everybody. I mean, the thing sort of doesn't apply on that one.
Yeah, it was also because Bill Belichick thought he could control Tom Brady, and Drew Brees was a fucking
yeah.
Was Drew? No, Bledsoe was a different guy completely. Guys,
oh sorry, that was Bledsoe that I was thinking about, not Brees.
Who's Drew Brees?
Drew Brees was the quarterback for the Saints up until last season when he retired. It was Drew Bledsoe.
Actually, the Saints are in what city? I'll buy you a bagel. No blood.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Chicago?
God damn it. God.
That's the Bears.
Yeah. No. That's
New Orleans.
Disneyland
Jazz, baby.
I don't know. Okay.
That's it, Ashley. You're getting this. Hi.
No, you have not earned that. You have not.
I got you, Ashley. I got you.
Thank you. That is not appropriate.
You don't.
Do we have any plugs, boys?
I don't think so. We're gonna try to do another gaming stream this week. We're waiting on Ashley's schedule, and once we have that in,
my schedule might fuck it up a little tiny bit, but we'll try.
Also, we have a lot of guests coming up this week, because I just want guest booking bonkers. So
nice.
Look forward to some fresh faces.
Nice one. Are they on the spreadsheet?
They are.
Cool.
And
we're going to try and get our Patreon episode that we still owe everybody out.
Mm-hmm. It'll be a very. It may be cool. Maybe a cool thing.
Yeah. We have a fun idea for it. We're trying to come up with ideas for the Patreon episodes that are fun. I have some gigs coming up. I'm doing Monkey Barrel next weekend.
Nice.
Congrats.
Not the late shows. I forget which ones, but I'm doing 2 of the shows over the weekends. And then I'm doing Spandex in Edinburgh on Tuesday the 8th. And then at the end of February, I'm doing it's an LGBTQ History Month gig at Smoke and Mirrors in Edinburgh. Mods, don't worry about remembering all that. I will put in commands soon. They're a little bit away, but
nice one.
Just so you know, if you're in Edinburgh, I will be there a few times in February.
Beauty. Kimmers, where are you going? Kimmer says this is the last UTS for 5 weeks. We're going to miss you so much. You got a job? You going on vacation? You running from the law?
Trying to hit a pig with your car? You'll still be around. You're not getting rid of us that much.
Updating. Are you going to a new stream? Are you replacing us?
Is there somebody better than us?
No, impossible.
No, most underrated stream on Twitch. It's been confirmed.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I double stamp see those.
Tell your friends about us.
Yeah.
But we're doing pretty well. We're having a good time lately. So, great.
Well, good. We're very happy for you, Kimmers. That's great.
That is great.
You'll miss you, man.
Listen back to us, and it'll be fine.
I would like to run from the law. Steve Mooney makes a good point, because my guess is running from the law.
Yeah,
Steve Mooney.
Always an option. I mean, it's harder to run now. Stupid cameras.
It's much harder to run.
Man, I wish I was a criminal in the 1880s.
Oh my god, I wish I was a criminal in the fucking 1990s.
Yeah. Still would have gotten away with it.
Yeah, you just needed to get far enough away from where they don't want to mail the tape. All right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, wish Kimmers good luck. We're gonna raid someone now. Who shall we raid today? We got Fox, we got Dando, we got My Gun Is Huge, and we got 1030JH.
Who's
Oh,
Dando?
let's go with 10:30.
Or
All right.
10:30.
I don't know who Dando is. That's someone that we obviously added on someone's recommendation, and I do.
That
not
is
remember.
somebody who I know. Dando's great. I mean, we can
Nice.
rate Dando.
I've already got 1030JH up, so
Cool. That's fine.
starting
We'll
the
rate
race.
Dando the next time.
Thanks for
Throw
watching,
in-
everybody. Happy birthday, Boom Sickery. We love you. See you guys
Throw in
tomorrow.
your-
Bye.
throw in your
Here's a
stream
lady talking about
summaries, throw in your
sex.
titles.
And that's all. Penis into her vagina. And that's all. And that's all. And that's called sexual intercourse. Some people call it having sex. So the man passes the sperm to the woman, and now his sperm is in her